Hey guys, today we're going to do a really short, brief lesson about scales. The most common scale that everybody really learns in music is the major scale, Do, Re, Mi. We're not going to do that. We're going to actually start with a minor pentatonic scale. Many people start with this scale, and the reason for that is that it's easiest to do. It's only 2 notes per string. With the major scale, you often encounter 3 notes per string. We don't want to do that. We're going to keep it simple, so we're going to start with just 2 notes per string and a simple pattern. Try this out. Start from the 3rd fret. This is the low G. If you imagine that every finger owns its own fret, we're going to follow a finger pattern of 1, 4, 1 being on the 3, 4 landing on 6, 1, 4 on the next string, 1, 3, next string also 1, 3, 1, 3 again, then end 1, 4, 1, 4. So when you put it together, now you don't have to do it that quickly. You should always just do it evenly and slowly and comfortably. Make sure every note comes out and sounds clear. After that, practice down. The next step is to do it up and down, over and over. And so on. Speed will come with time. A metronome can help. Don't rush. You'll be able to play quickly before you know it. You might even play quickly without knowing it. Many people will often play a lot faster than they think they're playing. If you have any questions about the scale, you can email me. If you have a teacher, by all means ask your teacher to explain the scale to you. One of the other things that you want to do once you get that down is always try different keys with any scale you learn. The idea of a different key means instead of starting from 3, start from any other fret. 4, 5. As you go up these notes and play in different positions, in different keys, the higher keys, which fall up on this high position here on the 10th fret, this is a D, or the 11th fret, D sharp, those keys are totally different to play. They're smaller frets. They don't feel the same as the 1st fret. Here you have to stretch more. Here you might feel a little squished. It takes a lot of practice. Try it out. Take your time. Alright, we have 2 questions that came in today. First question was, what fascinates me about the guitar? I think it's a fascinating instrument. I think it's a very popular instrument, so obviously it fascinates a lot of people. But the 2 things that I've always loved besides the sound, primarily that it's just a versatile instrument. As an instrument by itself, acoustic guitar or electric guitar, you can play any style of music on it. Really, you can. Jazz, blues, rock, country, whatever you like. Classical. They have classical acoustic guitars which are more suitable, but you can play classical on any guitar. Doesn't matter. The other thing that's really nice about the versatility of the instrument is the number of sounds you can get out of it. Sliding on a string produces a different sound than just playing a note normally. For instance, it sounds different to drag your finger up. Bending a note sounds different. Electric guitars often have these whammy bars hanging off. That gives you more of a bend in the opposite direction. The standard bend is going up. This goes down. And with the number of special effects and things that you can add onto an electric guitar, again, lots of versatility, lots of sound options. So, definitely what fascinates me the most. Now, the other question that came in was, how does a guitar work? This is a very broad answer, and I'm going to try to keep it simple. Simply put, you have a string that is floating above the fretboard or above the neck between 2 points, the nut and the bridge. It's not touching anything in between. And the string vibrates when you pluck it. So anything you pluck makes a sound. As you depress the string with your finger, you're shortening the length of the string from your finger to the bridge. And the notes get higher because the length of the string produces a higher pitch when it's shorter. That's the simplest thing. There are other complex definitions for certain things, and I'll give you an example. Musical definition of why the 12th fret often has notoriously 2 dots on the neck. And the reason for that is that it's an octave. It marks the octave of whatever the open note is. It's the same note as playing the string by itself, but higher. The scientific and more complicated explanation is that if you were to measure right from the 12th fret wire itself to the nut, and again measure from the 12th fret to the bridge, the distance is exactly the same. That's because it is the exact center of the string, and that's the other reason that it's marked as an octave. This occurs at every half point, and if your guitar had frets all the way to the bridge, you would have several of those occurrences. Of course, we don't have frets that far, because you wouldn't be able to reach. But thanks for your questions, and I look forward to answering some more next time. Hey everyone, welcome to the portion of the show where I like to talk a little bit about Craigslist. Craigslist is really popular. People use it for everything. They sell things, they buy things, they find jobs, find places to live. It's a great little venue. Unfortunately, it's not very well policed, so occasionally there are often things that are